Good day, folks, mates, and friends. This is Teacher Chief. You're tuned into TWASI channel. Right now, we're going to be discussing a very important topic. It's a civil service exam last-minute battle tips. Now, it's for everyone who's going to be taking the civil service exam, for the first-time takers, the retakers, and of course, sa lahat ng mga nagkakaram at nais may pasa ang civil service na exam na ito po ay para sa inyo. Again, civil service exam last-minute battle tips coming right up. Battle tip number 11, stretch your bow for vocabularies. Your reading preparation is your bow. You should stretch it in order to shoot meanings onto the vocabulary questions. Now, there are about 15 items under this category, and you could answer each item within the 30 seconds target response. Now, if you're too busy or you consider yourself already too late to start a reading blitz, what you could do is simply lazy read the dictionary from A to Z, right? After you're done lazy reading, then lazy read again, okay? Lazy read again the dictionary from A to Z. Without being forceful, you're actually enabling your mind to pick up words, okay? Vocabularies as you go through lazy reading the dictionary. At the same time, you're training your subconscious to get a feel of the words, so you get the meaning, the flow subconsciously. Okay. Again, read as much as much material as you could, because there's no substitute for actually reading all through those various categories. Now, a tip, okay, now you need to get to pick up the common words used under various professions. Like, for example, transfusion under the medicine profession, julienne cut under the culinary, blueprint under the engineering profession. So get to pick up all the common words under various professions, because that will be the focus of the exam. Again, this advice is based on the previous exam I took prior to this video. Okay, so be guided accordingly. Battle tip number 12, grammar usage. When it sounds good, it must be correct. Pag maganda sa pandinig, usually tama yung sagot na yun. The grammar and correct usage section is composed of about 15 items. You could easily answer each item within the 30 seconds time frame na target natin. Now, preparation tips: master the basic grammar. Just grab a grade 4 English book, and then read from beginning to end, and then usually yung mga grammar na dapat nating i-master, okay? The skill for correct usage will spring up naturally if you read as much English material as you could. Your subconscious gets to imbibe the correct word flow and rhythm. If your chosen word to complete a sentence does not sound good by your mental and subconscious standards, grammar usage is most probably incorrect. Of course, mastering grammar rules is most definite. Single to single, plural to plural, tense should be parallel in most cases. Okay? Now, beware, do not procrastinate. Huwag ka magbaba dun sa isang question, right? Trying to get the grammar usage. Just let your subconscious take over kung ang cognitive mind mo ay hindi nagwo-work. Battle tip number 13, word analogy. Matching parallel thoughts. Magkasinding niyang kaisipan. In word analogy, we're focusing on the flow of thought. For example, dog, puppy. Ano yung kasing linya niya? Ang sagot, cat, kitten. Gets nyo? Yun yung flow of thought na hinahanap natin. Now, there are 15 items in total within this section. You could easily answer each item within the 30 seconds na target natin. In preparation for this type of questions, you need to master identification of sentence elements such as noun, verb, adverb, adjective, gerund, articles, etc. In answering these type of questions, again, ang clue mo ay yung character niya. Again, noun to noun, adjective to adjective, parallel pattern yung hinahanap mo. Okay? Mahirap para sa'yo na sagutin agad to. I-cancel out mo yung mga options na walang kinalaman, and then you'll be limited to 2 or 3. Then that will be the narrower zone of option for you. Although sometimes na common sense lang naman yung mga questions, wag kang didiretso agad na sasagot ng isang option, yun na yun agad. You have to always look at the other options. Anong malay mo, nililito ka lang nung question, di ba? Para i-trigger yung quick response mo, pero ang target niya talaga yung isang option na pinag-isipan, okay? So don't fall into a trap of quick response. Although we're asking for a quicker time in targeting the 30 seconds time frame, still be vigilant in regard to your answers. Vigilance without overthinking. Battle tip number 14, unlocking data interpretation, pagbasa sa mga datos. There are about 15 items within this data interpretation section. Each item could be answered within 30 seconds time frame. Preparation tip: you have to familiarize yourself with all types of graphs: pie, bar, line, frequency, histogram, box plot, and even mind maps. Exam proper: check first if you need to just identify an item or you still need to do an operation. Mag-a-add ka pa ba? Mag-subtract ka ba? I-estimate mo lang ba? Right? So you have to be aware if any operation is required. Now, you are allowed to do your computation on the questionnaire. Pwede ka magsulat dun sa exam booklet. Again, you have to check first with the facilitator kung ganun nga yung instruction. Immediately cancel out unrelated choices and concentrate on the choosing between possible answers. There's a tendency for certain questions to lull you into some sort of a trap, no? Feeling mo kayang-kaya mo sagutin. But then again, tinatrap ka lang pala para ubusin yung oras mo, no? So again, work fast but be very vigilant. If it's taking time, just jot an answer, just shade your first choice, and then provide a return marker for later scavenging. Battle tip number 15, organization of ideas, role-playing a storyteller. Pagtatagpi-tagpi ng mga pangungusap upang makabuo ng isang mas maliwanag na storya. Organization of ideas is a time eater category. There are about 15 items within this section, and you could allocate 2 minutes per item. Preparation tip: you really have to read so that you get the flow on how to go about creating a paragraph. Within this section, you have to focus on the use of transitionals: then, while, however, still, but, because, although, in order to. These transitionals will provide you the clue on how to go about properly ordering the sentences in order to come out a one cohesive paragraph. Exam tip: you have to identify the first sentence and the last sentence for the paragraph. The first sentence would usually follow the pattern once upon a time, while the last sentence would usually follow the tone the end. Adept readers usually have the advantage of coming up fast with a ordered paragraph sequencing. For those who are not too familiar or unable, what you could do is try the reverse approach. You could just go directly onto the options, onto the choices. In identifying the first sentence and the last sentence, you could easily cross out those patterns that do not follow this kind of flow. From the remaining arrangement choices, check which in which sequence they differ and choose the option which you would take as a storyteller. Shade your answer.